Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, the Raw Recap with the Drip King Jimmy Bebe. And I am excited to be here tonight because we got ourselves a great show tonight from WWE. Let's get these comments out the way and we will jump right in. We got Tidy up in the chat right out the gate. He got to watch live tonight, so that's awesome. He is ready to hear about this Bailey Becky positive outcome. He's being stupid again, trying to have his. It's not stupidity, Tidy. I'll just help you trying to get. We kind of talked a little bit about it last night on the PAW show, but I'll remind you. I love everything on Raw tonight. Save the. Hold up, there we go. The Judgment tonight. Missed some of the promos and missed the Montez Ford Judgment. So you didn't miss too much then. You saw all the great stuff. So that's all that matters. We got David in there. What up, David? Thank you for joining. As always, mucho appreciated. And no, babe, it is you that is looking good. I'm just here. But now that we got the comments out the way, time to start the show. Whoo! This was a go-home show. And since Triple H is taking over, I don't feel like we've gotten a really good go-home show yet. Tonight broke the curse because we got a great go-home show. I was already excited to see the Chamber. I didn't think it was possible to be even more excited about watching the Chamber, but I am slightly more excited because tonight's show just did its job. It was awesome. Started off with Becky Lynch in the ring. She's cutting a promo. She's in there with Adam Pearce. She don't have a road to WrestleMania, kind of like the Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens thing from last year. She doesn't have a clear road to WrestleMania, and she wants to fix that. So out comes Bailey, and then those two start talking about how they want to have a match tonight. They both want to be in the Chamber, and then out comes Bianca, and then a three-way is made for the main event. If Becky or Bailey can win this match, one of them will be added to the Elimination Chamber, and it'll be a 7-woman chamber. And it's like, that's interesting because that's never been done before. And we're like, who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Is it going to be Becky? Or is it going to be Bailey? Or do somehow both of them win? They both end up, and there's 8 women. What are they going to do? That was my, what are they going to do? I don't know. So I'm interested. The one thing I knew for sure was Bianca wasn't winning the main event. That was what I took from this whole segment. Bianca's not winning. What are they going to do? They had a good back. Yes, they did. They got personal. Great shots they both took. I really enjoyed the promos between Becky and Bailey. Real good. But let's just start the show. Then they go to Judgment Day backstage, and they're talking about the Elimination Chamber. Priest is going to be the winner, and he's going to be the United States champion. And then Rhea and Baylor, they're going to beat them, and then they got the Street Profits tonight, and since they want the smoke, they're going to roll them up and give them all the smoke they want. Nice promo by Finn. Nice promo by Damian, and Rhea Ripley is apparently still off doing promo for WrestleMania, so she's not there tonight. This leads right into the Judgment Day versus Street Profits match. Not a terrible match, not a great match, just a very serviceable match. I enjoyed it for what it was. In the end, Finn Balor got the win, as he should. The Street Profits continue to go on their losing ways, which I think we all know the reasoning for that. And then after the match, Damian Priest says, I'm not done. He starts attacking Montez Ford. But there's a reason, because they're both in the chamber, and he's like, I'm going to soften this boy up. Makes sense to me. Then out comes Edge and Beth. They attack. Beth gets her hands on Dom one more again. She's about to pick him up for the glam slam, and then Rhea Ripley has arrived. It was a sham. She's there. She attacks Beth, beats her down, hits her with the Riptide. Edge comes back in. Rhea and Dom, they escape. That's the segment. Let's switch. Got these. Yeah, we'll get to Chelsea because she's one of the best parts of Raw at the moment. I'm doing good, David. How about you, man? I'm glad you could join us tonight. I missed you. I think I missed you last week, so good to see you back. You guess hi? I don't know what's that mean, babe. I said hi. Next up, we got David's doing good. That's good. That's good, Dave. That's good. Man, this thing doesn't work sometimes. So After that, we got Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley contract signing. Brock Lesnar comes out, tables in the ring. Adam Pearce is waiting for him. Brock's like, get Bobby out here. Let's sign this contract. Bobby Lashley comes out. Tons of security comes out. And then Bobby Lashley comes out. They set up a table at the entry ramp. And then Bobby Lashley's like, I'm going to sit right here. And Brock's like, get your butt in the ring, Bobby. And Bobby's like, no, we on my time. We on my time. And he says, every time I run into you, Brock, I beat you, I knock you out, or I eliminate you for the Royal Rumble. I have all the power here. Maybe I don't even want to sign your contract. And then Brock says, you know what? And he gets out of the ring. He starts storming up to him. He starts taking out all the security. And then by the time he gets to Bobby, Bobby attacks him. Then he spears him. He signs a contract, throws it down on Brock, and walks off. So the match is happening. Bobby got the upper hand here. I think we know what that means. And it's a decent say. It was different. They didn't just put them both in the ring and put someone through a table like we all expected, like we always say. It was different. So thank you. That was good. Fun fact, the band Boston wrote a song about Amanda. True story. It's a good song, too. And Tidy says, he says, hi, Amanda. And then he says, I'm 2 episodes on drive. You need to catch up. You got to get more than 2 episodes in. Oh, Tidy. You got to catch up, bro. But now you can talk about it, which is good because I got questions. Let's see. Come on, man. Why does it do this to me? I hope Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley will hopefully go up against each other. No. That's an elimination chamber. Brock has better things to do at WrestleMania. That's my opinion on it. So get it done at elimination chamber, so I don't gotta watch it live. Next up, we get Mia Yim versus Piper Niven. Thank you. This is just it's like these are the kind of women's matches we've been missing, and now we got them. So it was really cool. And Piper just got to look like a beast because that's what she is. She's a beast. She ended up getting the victory here over Mia Yim. Mia Yim didn't look too shabby. Didn't get a whole lot of time, but R.I.P. Brock. Brock's mustache was trimmed way too much. Let me know if y'all agree. That it was. I saw too much upper lip. That boy's a farmer. He should look rugged. Nah. His stuff was lined up better than mine was. You need to get rid of that. But yeah, Piper Niven wins. Good to see Piper get the win though, because they're building her up. Thank you. That needs to happen. Piper looked great. Yeah, she did. And Mia Yim can eat that. It's not a big deal. To me, it's not a big deal. You got to have winners. You got to have losers. Thank you, Piper. Piper should be built up because she's too damn good to not. Then we go to backstage and Baron Corbin's being interviewed and they're talking about JBL. And he's like, man, I don't need JBL. And he's doing this. But then the interviewer says, hold on, there's something important happening. Let's go to the ring. And Baron Corbin's like, what the as if he's not important. It's like, yo, what the heck's up with that? Oh, we get into that right now because they went to the thing that was more important in the ring, and it was Sami Zayn who had jumped into the ring, and he's still in the whole. What is it? This is Sami. This is Sami every time he gets in the ring, and then he. Whoosh, beautiful red locks. I got a crown. We're different, but not so different after all. But anyways, so Sami's out there, and he goes, I got something I got to get off my chest, and it's something I might not be able to do until before Elimination Chamber. So Cody Rhodes, get your butt out here. Cody Rhodes comes out. Nice little pop. Sami got a nice little pop too. I just want to add that in there because I got a lot to say about this one. AEW, my man, he's injured right now. I don't know if you watch AEW, but he's injured in AEW right now. He was involved in one of the better stories. I think he should be back soon, hopefully, to finish that story up. So if you don't know AEW, that's where he be. If you haven't watched it, go check it out so that you can see what's happening where Christian's at. Great breakaway, made Corbin look it made Corbin just look like a fool, and that's what it's about. And the segment was goosebumps. It was so good, and we're getting to it. So Cody comes out, and Sami just basically is like, look, last week you said that you think that it's going to be me and you at WrestleMania. Does that mean you really think I could beat Roman Reigns? Then Cody Rhodes does his thing, and this is where Sami makes us feel. he man, the tears that he's bringing, the look on his face as he's delivering his promo, he got me. He got me. Sammy made you feel. So anybody that's out there that's still on this kick that Sammy doesn't belong, that Sammy shouldn't be in this position, or that Sammy should just just step back and let Cody have it. Get as WWE used to, get the F out. Sammy's promo tonight was gold. This is what we like. Can he cut a pro? Yeah, he just did. He just did. Now, what I have noticed is this unreasonable idea. Like, I don't get it as to why the Cody fans seem to have this need to just push Sammy down while they're praising Cody Rhodes. Oh, like, I get it. Like, y'all like Cody, and that's fine. Y'all was loving Sammy just a few months ago, though. You just pushed him to the side in favor of the new toy. Okay. I still don't understand the reason to hate on Sammy, and that's what's happening. It's silly, so damn silly to me, and it doesn't make sense because now you're just saying things that aren't even true. Like, for one, Sammy doesn't deserve it. Shut the F up. Two, Cody's getting bigger pops. First off, if Cody's getting bigger pops, it's because, oh, I haven't seen him. Like, where's Cody been? I haven't seen him in over a year because he's been gone. So these crowds, they're seeing him for the first time live. They're like, Cody's here. They've been seeing Sammy, and he still gets these reactions. It's different. It's just different. Two, when they were standing in the ring, silent, staring each other off, just great build, right? Just let us soak in this. They were singing Sammy's song, not Cody's. So Sammy stands in the ring with Roman, and they chant his name. He stands in the ring with Cody, and they sing his song. Sammy is every bit as over as Cody. I don't care what anyone says. I really, really don't. You could talk about the pops all you want. Those are he's back pops. They're not. We're excited he's here pops. Maybe to an extent, but 4 months from now, Cody's not getting those pops anymore. Guarantee it. Guarantee it. You know what Sammy's been doing for over 4 months now? Getting the reactions that he's been getting. So that's my final tirade on the whole situation. Stop putting Sammy down. Don't. Stop it. It just doesn't make any sense. There's not need for it. They're both over. They both have a legit claim to win the title. Either one of them wins it. It's going to be great. Stop the bullshit, though. Man, Sammy don't deserve it, for real. He just doesn't deserve it. He has to go because I'm going to be out of service. I have to go. See you next week. Burn it down. All right, man. I guess you're probably gone before I got to do this up. But I appreciate you jumping in, Dave. That was cool, you man. I'll see you next week. Sammy Sword just got elevated and Cody promoted, saving Cody's same face. Yeah. That I love that Triple H decided, like, we're going to put him in the ring because we're not going to ignore the big elephant in the room. We're going to put them both in there because it has to happen. They both addressed the facing Roman. They both addressed each other. Get him in there. I wanted to see the segment. I said it earlier today. They gave it to us. Thank you. Very, very excited about it. Sammy is, he's my favorite now too. He's just so damn good, man. They talk about the RuPaul Drag Race. It's season 15. And man, I want to know if you got a fave, Tidy. I want to know if you got a fave. He said the girl that chopped the board so far, for sure. Yeah, I'll tell you about it sometime. Maybe at the end of the show, I'll tell you. Cody won't likely sustain the level he's currently on as far as crowd reaction. It'll level out, I'd say. It definitely will. And I'm not even trying to sound, I know it sounds like I'm shitting all over Cody. That's not the case. I'm just trying to be real. They're pops because it's like I haven't seen them. Like, I don't know. I won't go. I'm just saying, like, if you haven't seen someone in a long time, you miss them. So, like, when they come back, you're excited. And then that tour of their run like this is the first time back in this city and this first time back in this city. You're gonna get those pops because they're excited to see him back. He's over. He's definitely over 100%. Cody's doing a fantastic job, but I don't think he's as over as people think he is. Everyone just thinks that he's just like insanely over because these pops, the return pops. That's what I think. But again, I not at all am I trying to shit on Cody. So if it sounds like that, I apologize. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just really, really irritated that Sammy's getting shit on so much. Anyway, now, so basically ended with Sammy. He just was full of doubt. Like he goes, I've seen Roman. I know what he can do. I've watched what he does. Do I think I can beat him? Yes. Do I want, like, can I see myself as the champion? Yes. Can I see myself main eventing WrestleMania? Yes. And this is where Sammy was so good. But can he say without a shadow of a doubt that he's going to beat Roman Reigns? I don't know. And I love it. I love the self-doubt that Sammy's having. Because it's just not, again, we all doubt it at this point because of the Cody story. Now Sammy is being like, I doubt myself. So now it's like, man, are they really going to get us? Are they going to swerve us? They keep pulling me in. They keep pulling me in. Cody just sold me even more. I will love the guy when Mania's over, man. That guy can speak. Sammy's a story now. Cody can acknowledge that. And that's not a knock on Cody. He's a great wrestler and great story, but the face character. Yeah, exactly. That's all I'm saying about it. I'm not trying to shit on him at all. It's just the nature of how it's going to go. We have not seen someone over like Sammy, again, because his aren't return pops. They're like, we really love what this man's been giving us for the past 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 year long. Like they're reacting on the work he's giving them. It hasn't happened in a while. So it's just different. They're both over. They're just different. I'll move on now so it doesn't sound like I keep shitting on Cody. Cody went out and rebuilt himself over it happens. Yeah, and that's why I think he shouldn't win it until next year. Because I think there's a story to tell that's going to take more than 5 weeks or 2 months or however long they're trying to get the story. And I think it's a year-long story that needs to be told. And that's why his moment should come next year. That's what I say. I think it would. You're cheating the fans of a story if you don't do it. That's what I think. But on to the next segment. But then Cody ends up, I won't skip this. Cody then amps Sammy up, says, no, you can do it. And then says, and I don't want to see you back next week on Raw. I want to see you at WrestleMania. Great line. Came across a little heelish, if I'm being honest, which is interesting because at this point, I'm also sold on the fact if you give me Sammy versus Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania, I'm in. Give it to me. Put it in my hands. Have The Rock somehow get involved in the Elimination Chamber. Give us Rock and Roman without the belts. Let Cody and Sammy go have a wrestle for the belts for WrestleMania. Please might have some more. I'll take that all day. But backstage, Mela is running her mouth, talking that trash because that's what she do. And then Nikki comes up and then she's being crazy because that's what she do. And then Raquel ends up popping up. No, Asuka pops up. And then after that, Candice LeRae pops up. She goes, Nikki, what are you doing? This has been weird. Blah, 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 blah. And then she goes, don't touch me. And then that's the segment. Setting up for the 6-woman match that's coming up. But I don't know, a little weird. Just the Candice and Nikki stuff. It just come across as awkward in this segment. That's me. But then they go back to interviewing Baron Corbin. And he's mad. He goes, you just left. You treating me like crap because of Sami Zayn? And then he starts talking crap. Oh, wait, no. Then he's made it known, like, that man ain't going to beat Roman Reigns. And I thought that was weird. Why are they doing that? Just to really beat it into our heads a little bit more. Sami Zayn doesn't stand a chance. So that when he does, our minds are blown. Or he's not going to win, and we're just going to be sad about it. But then he starts talking about Cody, and he's like, he sucks. His brother sucks. His daddy sucks. And even before he can even say his dog sucks, Cody just attacks him because Cody was coming through the curtains in the back and he heard him. He's like, what's this fool talking about? He attacks him, screams at somebody, get the ref. They go out to the entrance ramp and they start fighting out there. Cody's just in his suit. He takes it off. He wrestles in his dress shoes and dress pants and pretty much just beats the hell out of Baron Corbin and gets the win 1, 2, 3 after a crossroads. It will not work and it will not happen. I firmly believe we're not getting no triple threat. I do. The journey to get the belt is quite often the better story, and holding the belt, this applies pretty much everywhere. Yes, it does. But and this is again one of my reasons why I think Sammy should win it this year over Cody, because I think there's a story to be told with Sammy with the title, and there's not one with Cody right now. Just because Cody is the man. Like, there's nothing left for him to prove. He wins the title. He's done it all. There's nothing left to prove. With Sammy, there's a lot to prove still. Mad Corbin, happy Corbin, sad Corbin, first holder of the title. I wouldn't be mad to see bum ass Corbin back, and I think that could be a possibility. But the go-to move would be to just get him off TV and don't bring him back until after SummerSlam. Let us forget Baron Corbin, so that when he comes back, we can remember how awesome he is and appreciate him when he comes back. That's what I think should happen with Baron Corbin. This is true, but again, I also feel like there's another story that differs from the bloodline and total, like, altogether, because Sammy is still looked at as a joke, obviously, because people are crapping on him. But once he wins it, he has to prove that it wasn't a fluke, and that he, like, this rise that he's come through wasn't just a fluke. Like, he has to prove himself by defending that thing against this person and this, like, there's a story there for him to just overcome the absolute horrible booking he's had to endure almost his entire run, to just let people know, like, this isn't a fluke. I am here and I belong here. That's the story I think you tell with Sammy if he wins the title. After that, we go up, and next is the Carmella, Asuka, Nikki versus Raquel, Liv, and Natalya. This is 6 women that are in Elimination Chamber, and they're having a 3-on-3 match. Team Raw, Team SmackDown. Not a bad idea. I'm with it. It's a go-home show. Get it in. These girls, they go back and forth, and then eventually Asuka just says, you know what? I'm tired of them all, and starts attacking her own partners. She kicks them all, knocks them all down, and then makes Liv tap out. Asuka looks strong AF here. So I know what everyone's thinking. Obviously, she's going to win now. And I think this bodes very, very, very well for my girl Raquel, my choice to win, because on the go-home shows, the one who gets the upper hand hardly ever goes over in the pay-per-view. Raquel's the girl. That's what I'll say about that. I did enjoy watching Asuka do what she did. That shit was funny. She just kicked Melon. Like, what are you doing? We're on the same team. And then she kicked the other guy. It was funny as shit. I love it. Asuka's awesome. Then they go to the back, Otis and Gable segment, and they're Otis is eating a hot dog. He says it's so good. Oh, Chad Gable's like, you shouldn't have this. And he takes a hot dog and he throws it. When he throws it, you hear, oh, and it's Mansoir. He got hit in the face. He's got mustard all over him because of the hot dog, and they're mad. And they're like, Otis is like, oh. And then Maxine's like, she tries to recruit Otis. That's his new name. Otis. Beautiful name. Chad Gable thought she was talking about him. He goes, I used to do some modeling. And then they're like, hand model. Haha, laughing at him. He goes, what? But no, they're after Otis. So I'm with it. I think Otis is a great character for this kind of storyline stuff. He's funny, and we like Otis. So these storylines work for him. I'm very much looking forward to it. Bronson Reed passes by him. As my boy Tidy pointed out to me, I didn't even catch this, but I feel like it was just to point out, like, hey, he kind of makes Otis look small. That was what the purpose of him, like, pulling up and, like, kind of laughing at him, because he's got a match up next against Mustafa Ali. So Bronson Reed versus Mustafa Ali ends exactly how you think it would, with Bronson Reed hitting that big old splash on top of him and beating him. What I really enjoy about this, because I was a big fan when they brought Bronson back. A lot of people were shitting on him. Like, give the man a chance. He is a great mid-card guy for them to have. When he started to climb to the top, I saw people like, it's dead with Bronson. Yeah, well, when that man was climbing to the top, I saw people getting off their feet with excitement, because they're like, oh, shit, here comes that big splash he does. They want to see it. If you're making people react in that way, you're doing something right. If you're making people leave the comfort of their seat to be like, oh, yeah, you're doing something right. So I think Bronson Reed is on the right trajectory here. after Mania, I could see this man having a mid-card title on his shoulder. He ain't putting around his waist. That's a big boy. And I'm all for it. Bronson's awesome. Sammy can prove that in the ring. If they choose to go that way with him, they should. It was, yeah. And that's why there's literally no, if it's not Sammy, like if you put it on Sammy, nobody has a right to complain. It was the guy we wanted. It was a guy that we know can wrestle. It was a guy that we actually love. There's nothing wrong with it. Do it. It just makes too much sense. Maximum model was pure. Yes, it was. It was very funny. Otis. I really am looking forward to that. I think it's gonna be funny. Very funny segment. Chad Shine too. Then Bronson Reed. And I think Chad being on his own would be good. I think it would be good for him. Turn him babyface again. That's a kid that you should have as a babyface playing the underdog. I think he would play it really well. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to say about Mustafa at this point. I'm just glad Bronson Reed looked good. That's what I'll say. Next up, we get Beth and Edge interview in the back, and they're just crying. They're talking about, yeah, they ambushed us tonight. And it's like, bro, that's not what happened at all. They was beating down the Street Profits, and you stuck your nose in their business, and they beat you down for it. You got what you deserved, and that, my opinion, Edge and Beth. You effed around. What is it? Effed around and found out. Boom. Right there. That's where Edge and Beth went. Right here. The F around. Find out. He found out. They both found out. Don't mess with Judgment Day, Edge, Beth. That's just a stupid thing to do. Obviously, because you've been doing it for like 10 months now and you keep getting your butt whipped. Miz TV is up next with Seth Rollins. Yeah, they have regret. For sure. Don't mess with Finn. But the Miz TV with Seth Rollins. Seth came out wearing them goofy ass boots. I love them. I'd buy some, but I'm not paying much for some goofy ass boots. Like boots from Dora the Explorer. Those are the same damn boots that Boots was wearing in Dora the Explorer. 100%. What are those? Yeah, yeah. They're the boots that Boots wore. The monkey from Dora the Explorer. That's what those things are. Those are what those are. Rollins was just great here, though. They brought up Logan Paul, so unfortunately, that is who Rollins will be wrestling at WrestleMania. He talks a little bit about how he was upset about the WrestleMania main event. He's not in it, but then it went to Logan Paul. And as soon as I saw Seth in those boots, I was like, man, he better stomp Miz in those boots. So when shit went sideways, he attacked Miz and was like, he's gonna do it. He got in the corner, and then here comes Austin Theory. I know a lot of people were thinking like Austin Theory was doing it to attack Seth. No, he grabbed him by the boots because Austin Theory was trying to steal them boots from Seth. He wanted them for himself. And then Seth's like, no, these are my boots. And then he attacked Austin Theory. Then he went back in the ring and attacked Miz again, hit him with a stomp. But then Austin Theory came back in. He was mad because he wanted them boots. Seth didn't give up them boots. So Austin Theory said, A-Town down, Dundada. That was the segment. Very, very, very fun segment. Very effective. I enjoyed it. The Dora boot stomp. Yeah, very good. Austin Theory stood tall. Seth looked good. And Miz was a joke once again. Man, Miz and Corbin both need to just go away for a while. That's what I think. Next up, we get a Boogs and Elias backstage segment in which the Hurt Business was in the back again, talking with MVP. Yeah, we get it. You do it every week at this point. We know it's actually happened, so we know. But yeah, seeing him like dance in the boots was legit. And then he super kicked Miz, and then he hit him with it was all legit. I love those boots. But then that segment with Boogs and Elias led to Miz versus Boogs. Miz was still down the ring from taking the stomp from them big old boots. And then Boogs came in after the boots took out Miz, and Boogs got the win. That's a lot of boos going on in there because we all love to boo the Miz. See, I did that full circle right there. Boom. I like that. So next up, Chelsea Green. She's in Adam Pearce's office, and she goes, I sent some very strongly worded emails to your manager. And he goes, yeah, to me. I'm the manager from SmackDown. I'm the one that replied to you. I am the manager. And she goes, oh, so then you know the problem. And then she's like, put me in the triple threat match. And I immediately was like, yes, please do that. But they didn't. She didn't. And then she like, put her finger out, and Adam Pearce did something. She goes, don't touch me. But great character work by Chelsea Green. I love that it's working. I love that people have changed their tune about her, because everyone was like, why the hell is Chelsea Green back? This is why. She's entertaining. You just got to give her a chance. I really, really liked it. Make it happen, Captain. I'm all for it. But she didn't get added to the match, unfortunately. Boo. And that was that. Then they go to a Judgment Day backstage, and Finn just says, man, we always have the upper hand. And he talks a little bit more about Edge and Beth. And then Rhea starts talking about Charlotte and how she's going to beat Charlotte at WrestleMania. I hope so. And that's that. Man, I still got Rhea and Bianca. That's insane to me. But now it's time for the main event. The reason Tidy is here, because he messaged me before and he says, I just don't get. Oh, what was that? Sorry. I didn't understand. Here we go. Before I go any further, give Chelsea a character. She does. Yeah, she did. She kills this Karen character. It's amazing. He didn't understand why we'd have this triple threat match and then have the winner that it was. So I guess we'll talk about the match and then we'll do it. I loved everything about this match. There were some stupid moments in it, 100%. Like the moment when Becky slipped and missed the drop kick. Stay off the top rope so much, Becky. She slips a lot, and it doesn't look good when she misses that drop kick. When they did this stupid powerbomb superplex, I'm so over that spot. I don't want to see it anymore. And then at one point, Bayley put Bianca on top of Becky, and it was like, hey, ref, do your job and count Becky out. Like, Bianca should have won the match, because that was 1, 2, 3 right there. But the ref was like, Bayley, what are you doing? As she goes to the top rope, while Bianca just lays on top of Becky with Becky's shoulders down on that. Yeah, that was sloppy. I didn't like that. But then Bayley comes off the top, hits an elbow on Becky because Bianca moves, and then that leads to the end of the match. Io and Dakota came down about halfway through, and when someone went out, they'd attack them, then they'd throw them back in. So Bayley got the advantage. But then the rest of the girls from the Elimination Chamber came down and attacked Dakota and Io, because like, yo, we don't want nobody extra in this match. So they started busting their ass. Thank you. That makes a lot of sense. Then that's when things started breaking down a little bit inside the ring. And Io tried to get involved again. She escaped the other girls. The Bianca just grabbed her, military pressed her, walked her across, and threw her on everybody, taking everybody out. Bayley tried to sneak in and take something. Bianca kicked out, though. Becky then comes in, hits the manhandle slam on Bayley. As she goes to the pin, Bianca picks her up, hits her with the KOD on top of Bayley. And when it did, it was like, oh, she's going to pin Bayley because she got KOD'd. But then she rolled off. Bianca pinned her. 1, 2, 3. Bianca's your winner. What? What? Let's see, count Becky out. Bad spot. Yeah, it was a bad spot. I'm going to call it out for what it was. But everything else about it was great. And I'm about to break it down. Go watch the Mercedes video she just put out. Pure Emotion. So here's why that match was so great. Because one, Bianca looked like a champion again, which to me hasn't been the case for a minute. She looked phenomenal tonight because she was in there with two of the absolute best of the last 15 years in the women's division, and Becky, the GOAT, and she looked like she was the dominant one, as she should. It just didn't come across as her same old shtick, the same old match over and over again that she seems to have. This was different. She came out looking strong. And again, I went in this match thinking, okay, either Becky or Bayley wins. Bianca has 0% chance. And they gave me that 0% chance and said, nope, it's a 100% chance because Bianca won. Now, Tidy's question was like, why even have the match if Bianca's going to win and then you're not going to add anybody to the chamber? Here's why. Becky and Bayley face heartache once again, kind of like last year with Seth and KO. They were like, we have this in our mind. This is what we're going to do for WrestleMania. And then every time they thought they had an idea, it was taken away from them. And it was like, damn it. Now they got to come up with something else. 2, we were talking about how Maxwell Jacob Friedman does the same old shtick with his gauntlets, and how every time he runs a gauntlet, we're like, okay, well, he's going to run the gauntlet. He's going to win. And then the matches will be fun, but they're pointless because we know who's going to win. What they did is plant a seed of doubt into our heads for whenever they do matches like this in the future, it's probably not going to end the way we think it is. Because again, I'm pretty sure everybody thought, okay, Becky or Bayley is going to be going into the chamber. There's no way Bianca wins. That's why they have these matches, so that they can add shit or do shit. But now you've said, oh no, the person that basically, if the person that wins basically kills the whole gimmick of the match, it's like, why would you do that? Again, to plant seeds of doubt. And when you have seeds of doubt, it makes me pay more attention. I literally came up like this off the couch halfway through this match because I'm like, okay, I was invested. And then when the winner happened, I was like, that blew my mind. More of that, please. This was a great go-home show. Fantastic. Could it have been better? Sure. 100% could have been better. But I don't look at things like, if it was good, it was good. If it was great, it was great. And tonight's was a great go-home show. What worked to perfection. What didn't work wasn't horrible. It was just like, okay. Loved it. Combination. We had some good in-ring. We had some funny stuff. We had drama. We got more of the best storyline going in all wrestling right now with the Cody and Sammy stuff. And then that was a first time meeting there for this story. Like, so much things happened tonight, and I really, really enjoyed it. So, Tidy, if you're still in there, that's why seeds of doubt. We need them. And with that, that's the show. Again, I loved it. I like seeing Bianca stand tall. She's the champion. She should. She hasn't felt this good in a long time. Thank you. Man, I'm really excited for the chamber. I am really, really excited for the Elimination Chamber. Be sure to check out for my live reactions on it, because one way or another, after that Sammy Roman match, I'm going to be entertaining. We don't know how yet, but I will be entertained. So with that, that's the show. Thank you guys for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Nope. Tidy's very close. I would say a 9 out of 10 for tonight's show. That's what I think. I think it was a 9 out of 10 show tonight. But again, I grade things on how they should be graded. I'm not comparing wrestling show to wrestling show to for a WWE show. This was a 9 out of 10, and then for an AEW show, I'm gonna grade it completely different. That's how I do it. But that's me. Great show tonight. You literally can't ask for much better than what they gave you tonight. That's all I got. So, like I said, thank you guys for joining me. I will be back next week for another Raw recap after the Chamber. Oh my goodness, that's going to be rough. Over on the Drip King of Wrestling channel, though, you will find me and Tidy on Sunday, in which we will be going over the Elimination Chamber. That was something that, if you've been following anything I've been saying, this is the one you've been waiting for, because I'm going to have so much to say. If Sammy loses, if Sammy wins, I'm going to have a lot to say. Also, great chamber matches. Brock and Bobby, the final match, what I think will be a final match. Just some good, there's just good stuff that I'm excited to talk about. So that'll be Sunday. Make sure you tune in for that. And with that, I will say goodbye, and I will see you either next week. I will see you on Sunday. Hey, and don't forget to check out our sister channel, The Geek Buddy, if you like anime and movies and things like that. We got a lot of stuff over there too to keep you busy through the week. If you're caught up on wrestling stuff, go check that out. So with that said, goodbye, and I will see you next week. Later, everybody.